Hello, my name is Emma Aviet, and I am the Web and Communications intern for the University of Edinburgh School of Literatures, Languages, and Cultures, sometimes referred to as LLC. I'm responsible for writing the weekly newsletter, The New Normal, for our postgraduate students, as well as handling our Instagram, at LLC_postgradlife. Check us out. I'm also the new host of the Beyond the Books podcast. I wanted to give whoever might be listening a little information about the person behind the mic this year and provide some insight into where I'm coming from when I'm having these conversations. I originally did my undergraduate degree at the University of California, Berkeley. I graduated with bachelor's degrees in both English literature and psychology, and fairly soon I went into the world of Silicon Valley tech. However, I quickly realized that talking about software for 10 hours a day wasn't for me, no shame if that's your thing, and instead decided to follow my real passion. I came to the University of Edinburgh in 2018 for my master's in literature and society, a program which focused on Enlightenment, Romantic, and Victorian writing. I graduated in 2019, took a year off, and am now a first-year PhD student, focusing mainly on both American and British literature published in the 17th and 19th centuries. I came back to the University of Edinburgh and LLC not only because of the wonderful and engaging academic environment, but also because of the people. During my time as an undergraduate, I often found myself really fascinated by and yet really afraid of academics. Although I had many questions for my professors and lecturers, I was often too scared to speak up and ask these questions, thinking I would be out of my depth. When I came to the University of Edinburgh, I realized how much these sorts of conversations can and should be encouraged. I found staff and even other students to be more accessible than ever, and I finally felt comfortable having real discussions, not only about research, but about academia and what committing to the life of an academic means. I want this podcast to be a place where people can see what some of these conversations look like so that they feel encouraged to go out and have their own. I also hope that this podcast will not only highlight some interesting work that experienced academics are conducting, but offer some transparency into the journey of PhD students and early career researchers hoping to make their way in academics. Beyond that, the podcast is meant to provide those researchers with a space to share their incredible work, especially in areas that might not always get typical time in the spotlight. Overall, I'm really excited to be the Web and Communications intern for LLC. In a year where there has been so much chaos trying to meet people and connect, it feels great to be given the opportunity to sit down and have real discussions with people on what they're passionate about. My goal is that this podcast encourages you to have similar discussions or pursue new lines of thought. Whether you're a student at the University of Edinburgh, someone who is interested in going to graduate school, or just a listener who has stumbled upon us. Our next podcast will be coming shortly, so thanks for listening, and I hope you stay tuned.